Let's get you some excerpts from an exclusive conversation. Earlier, Prashant caught up with the top leaders from the Shriram Group on the business growth opportunities for different entities going forward and also discussed their overall vision for the coming year. Let's listen in to what they had to say.
The next big opportunity, or maybe the gap which is available, credit gap. See, ultimately, as an intermediary of financial product distribution, you look at where is the gap, credit gap, and go. Here, the credit gap I see in MSME lending.
Okay.
As per the IFC report 2 years back, around 32 lakh crore is the credit gap in the MSME lending. We are not getting into all MSME. We are getting into small businesses, maybe around 5 to 10 lakh ticket size, and merchant classes. We believe that's the big opportunity for us to get in. And we do have that product, but which was mostly focused in the south. We would like to take it to all India, because today with the merger, we have all India network with us. So with 3,000 branches, our ability to reach out and offer this product is much better. Recently, we also tied up with Paytm, so that the infrastructure built by them on a digital is also being accessible to us. Because all these merchants who come into Paytm, onboarded into Paytm, they have a credit history there for 6 months, 1 year and all. Once there is a credit history, then we can have a rule engine, credit rule engine, and then we can offer credit to them. That is something which we would like to do.
Talking about the insurance business, Mr. Gujral, on the general insurance side, the business is largely motor, right? 95% odd is motor.
Correct.
What's the plan? Do you plan to diversify into non-motor in a big way as well?
Starting the current year, it looks like that we will be hitting at around say 10%, which was around 5% over the last years. And in the next 3 years' time, the plan is that we should be taking it to around say 20%. And the 20% also will be more in terms of a larger GWP base. So it's 20% will be a worthwhile proposition. And the only reason we did not grow was a deliberate cause, because we thought that the pricing at which the industry was operating for the premium in the non-motor segment was not a viable premium. So now we have taken a conscious call. We have expanded the teams. We have brought in engineers to look at the risks very closely.
All the changes we are seeing from the regulator, we've got a very super active IRDA over the last 1.5, 2 years or so. I mean, does it mean a lot more competition in the space? Or do you think, it helps in accelerating the growth for companies?
Current chairman has actually been going very aggressive, very bullish in terms of expansion and the penetration piece. In fact, he is talking about the insurance companies growing at around say 40% and all. So I think there's a vision from his side. SGI on a standalone basis, the last quarter has been growing at around 40%. We were growing very fast earlier on also. I think one major important feature that we would like to highlight here is that when Ravi was talking about the capital requirement, we are currently at around 4.91, which is the highest in the solvency in the country as a whole.
Is there a listing coming soon?
Should hit, because KKR has made investment. They made an investment of around 9.99 and valued the enterprise at around 18,000 crores. So logically, it should be on the card, but not in the very near future, but should take place in 3 to 5 years' time.
3 to 5, 3 or?
They would love to have it in 3.
Mr. Durvasan, on the chit side, sir, what's the plan? We were discussing earlier that is the, where the fountainhead from where a lot of the other customer pool really comes from. Talk to us about that.
Shriram is making profit from day one. You even take Shriram Finance. So you have started doing very well in the Shriram Finance also. We did a two-wheeler business and SME loans and personal loans, gold loans, all these things we did you converted the children business to the finance business almost.
Other businesses.
Yeah.
Like where we're seeing with other businesses, external talent being brought in, etc. What's the thinking internally about leadership? Getting the next set of leaders on board.
See, ours is a unique organization where the leadership actually comprises of the promoter at the trust level, because the ownership of Shriram Capital for the promoters is with Shriram Ownership Trust. And many of the key management are members of the trust, and that is how it has evolved, the structure. So when we are looking at the leadership which is required, obviously, if we look at the numbers, what we are indicating, we need a wide range of leadership across skill sets. And it is essential that we will need to look at both external and also see how we get the internal talent in place to reach that level. So we have a very structured methodology where both at the operating company level, we have mechanisms to attract good talent and provide adequate stock options, etc., for them to evolve as good leaders. And also at the ownership trust level, it is a perpetual trust. So there will be a set of existing leaders, and we also continuously evaluate and induct leaders who can actually manage the future. And that is how it has evolved till now, and it is going to evolve in the future. So whatever we look at, we don't look at for the short term, but we need to have a structure in place which actually looks at the next 50, 100 years. And this trust mechanism, where primarily the entire key management comprised of the members of the trust, has been very effective.
So at operational levels, you get people from outside, but at the very top, I mean, it's usually the idea is to group people internally, identify people internally?
Not necessarily. Because both the members of the trust actually comprise of both those who look at strategy across entities and also look at leadership at the operating entities level also.
Right.
So it is always a combination. And there is always a scheme where the people at the operating company level can also move to the trust level as part of the owner set. And because it needs a constant change as we move along as time progresses, and so the structure takes care of that.
Interesting conversation there with the top management of the Shriram Group. We'll keep getting you more updates and excerpts through the day.